There's blood in the water. I always want this first stock.
First stock, it's everything.
Oh, give it to me, give it to me. I don't even care if I have to steal it. Fuck. First blood.
It's everything.
Blood.
It's everything now. The real question of the future of the show is when's the first time that Carroll wins?
Well, I played Boyd recently, and
it was close.
Well, I played Fox because he really was. I forgot that he mentioned it would be a deal breaker if I played Peach.
Oh, if you played Peach?
But after playing through it as Fox, and like we had a good time, he said he'd be willing to do the Peach. I think that'd be one that if I stay like mentally like focused for the whole time, which is probably the hardest part.
Because you got to entertain the people at the same time.
Right, right.
All the pressure is on you. This is a Thursday night for me.
Right, right.
I'm playing that play right now. You're actually a very firm believer. I never hold back against anyone in Melee, even a beginner, because my whole ideology of it is that you know, if I beat you as hard as I possibly can and you still stick around to play, you're
worth
have
it.
A future.
Ooh, that was one of those things I didn't die there.
Oh crap.
You know what I mean? That get up attack. Also happens sometimes.
It's because Mutes King's actually streaming Ultimate right now. I didn't have his energy to help me. Oh no.
Right, right.
Crap.
Are there any Melee results in this year from Mewtwo King?
No.
Damn, what a shame.
I don't think so, no.
When is this fad gonna die out? With him, it probably won't. He's probably never gonna be actually that good at it, like he has been in other games. But he's still gonna rock it just as hard as he played like fucking Brawl. You know what I mean? So weird.
Right. And that was for a long time. And I think the thing is that he wouldn't rock it as long if he wasn't winning, if we weren't in the age of Smash that we are now.
Right, right. This is
because he can just literally make money, you know, just making content. He never has to be you know, #1 in the game. He had to be #1 in Brawl to survive.
Yeah, yeah. That was such a terrible time for everybody when he
yeah, very stressful.
When he would...
At one point in my career, that's how I kind of played Smash.
Really?
Yeah, I used to, you know, have very stacked locals as far as entrance and things like that, where, you know, getting first in singles and doubles, I was taking home maybe 500 or 600.
Oh, nice.
In a day. And, you know, when it came to like regional events as well, that money was always going on the East Coast. But the issue is I just wasn't good enough at the time, and I would, you know, struggle. And the reality of it is that with that struggle came distress. I would really get on myself. Like I have to succeed. This is like what I'm making money with.
It's a bad place to be. That's like a you know what I mean. If you're not playing for the right reasons,
it should never be
that stressful.
The only thing that is like keeping you, you know, alive. Because I was a college kid, I didn't have a job or nothing. Not college kid, high school kid. I didn't have a job or nothing, but you know, I had things that I had to get for myself because, you know, me and my mom, we weren't necessarily doing the greatest financially, and I had to be able to support myself.
Oh yeah, exactly. Man, Melee is whatever you want it to be, man. It could be a job,
it can be a job, or it can be
hobby.
You know,
it could be like, you know,
your worst
social
nightmare.
outlet, your creative outlet. That's what it is for me. I think it's the most like it's my creative outlet. And, like, that's important, you know? Even people that don't even think that they're creative, like, you need to have something like that. What's up, Loves Water? I just saw you in the chat. You never know.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
That's actually a legendary meme from my region.
Today's the day?
Yeah, today's the day. Would you like some background?
I would love some background. I have not been to Philly as much as I need to be. Never played them. But I know him, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the guy that beat Axe at Big House.
Oh yeah.
So there was a a whole thing between me and him because we were from the same region when he went to school in Pennsylvania, in Swarthmore, like an hour outside of the city.
Mm-hmm.
We had a very tired set history between each other. At one point, it climaxed to about 15-0
15
in my favor.
Oh, damn.
And one meme that we had, you know, leading up to it, like his boys, be like, "Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Today's the day that he does it."
Oh, yeah.
And it would just never happen. It was like the day that they prophesized for centuries, and it just never occurred. It was just really funny.
Still to this day?
One day, it did happen.
Ooh, nice.
I played Link in Winners Finals because the tournament was called Event Match. And I'm getting nasty real quick. Hold on.
Pause this. Ooh,
Oh, yeah, that's
the grass
right there.
The grass transformation, or the grass like little part.
I jumped a little bit too.
Oh,
It
yeah,
might have
that's
been a mixture of
also
both.
a thing, yeah.
But if you may be able to guess from the name, it's called Event Match, and it's actually named after the 51 events in Melee.
Oh, yeah.
So each Saturday it was on, it would just pretty much copy and paste the name of the event in the categorized number.
Okay.
And
so which
the
one
event it
were you
was
at?
that I went to, it was the Triforce Gathering.
Ooh, that's a good one. You unlock Ganondorf there,
Yeah.
don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
and,
is that 29, or am I just like a super psycho at Melee?
I don't
might
think
be-
it's 29.
Or 30? I think it's somewhere in that realm.
Might be in the 30s. I'll give you brownie points after this. We'll go look at it.
We'll look
Someone
at
has to remind us in chat, but
We'll
we'll go
fucking
look at
play
it. You have to guess your number, an exact.
Uh-oh. This doesn't look like fun.
Oh, you didn't fall through.
Right.
Armada made it look much different than, you know, the normal storybook way of it.
Uh-huh.
Just because of like how punishing he was.
Damn.
Um,
I've been Ken comboed in that same quadrant.
dude, I
here
love
for,
that
like-
quadrant. This is the Stango zone. You actually
Alright.
get
I was
you take
entered.
15% more hits done. But anyhow, as far as getting on the stage, so when that was being looked at, Muta King just thought to himself, he was like, so the battle of will, just approaching me.
Ooh, girl. Take it. Wow, and you lived. What a legend. How was the summit campaigning this time around? Isn't that just like a soul-selling experience? Like, you've done this
Yeah.
before, I think, and like, was it like similar this time as to other times?
No, what happened first time actually is that I actually almost made it in round one
Oh, really?
of vote-in phase, like to actually get flown there. I got out-bombed by West Balls, and then I ran out of ammo. That was all I had. So I think what the thing is with Summit, especially just for me, and I have no saltiness or ill will about it, because I think at some point you just have to realize that, you know, I think I don't really have the clout to make it in the Summit the normal way.
Right.
And I think that's okay. Obviously, what I like to, you know, make it in the Summit just by being like, hey guys, vote for me. You know, I'm Stango. I'm
Oh, yeah.
cool. I
No
do
one
cool
can do that.
combos.
I don't
I'm
think
good.
anyone has ever just been like, yeah, I'm gonna opt in, see what happens. No one has ever just made it in like that.
Yeah.
You either make it in with a
I think it's
huge-
something where, you know, could I do it? Yes, but I have so many things in my personal life. As far as, you know, I got a full-time job, like I said.
Right.
Primarily with myself as just like a personal thing. I procrastinate a lot, and it's primarily because I think one thing, unless it can actually be lucrative for me, I never want to treat Melee as my job.
Right.
because that's where it stopped being fun for me. I'm a very competitive person in nature, and that's why, you know, I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve. You know, when we were talking about like the whole Mr. 62 thing, like that's a direct contribution of my, you know, effort, and I got to a goal I wanted to by pure effort.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Um, so as far as like you know, Summit, am I upset that I didn't make it in again? Yeah, but do I really have a tremendous right to? Because, you know, I didn't campaign nearly as much as I did last time. And, you know, are there people that deserve to get in more than me? I would say most certainly. You know, there's definitely people that I would say on average are better than me. But I think me going there, I definitely would be a pretty good addition. But
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
You can hold your own, man.
I think what it really is for me is that if I'm ever going to make it in the summit, it's probably going to be through a qualifying spot.
I don't know. Come to mind. I can't think of any right now, but. Ooh, man. Oh, that was in the ledge canceled over B, or neutral B. Amazing. Well, welcome to the halfway mark.
Oh, and the
Man.
halfway mark is gone just like that.
Can you Ken combo to the left or not?
Give me that.
It's hard to be a fox nowadays. I don't know if you've seen the news.
Seen the news, read the stats.
Yeah, yeah, it's tough out here.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Marth players in general. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong about this. Marth players in general are stubborn and
I can speak that from personal
boring.
experience.
No, okay, so now we live in the Zane world now, right? Where everyone is just loving fucking the Zane shit, right? But like, I don't know, in my personal experience, because I play Marth a decent bit. Used to main Marth, like Marth in like a tournament age too. But like every time I like kind of like poke my put my like mind to Marth and come up with like some like I don't know. It's obviously not like the most proficient stuff or the like most optimal stuff, but it's still stuff.
Like new stuff.
And it gets shut down by Marth players a lot. Marth players are so happy doing what they've been doing.
The flow chart.
Right. You know who like I've.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go. I gave you one.
As I'm talking about how boring Marth players are. I've noticed like people that play characters like kind of have like similar like mentalities about things. I don't know. There are obviously outliers, but
yeah. So to answer your question, yeah, definitely when it comes to now, let me ask you, because every time I get interviewed, I always like to ask the interviewer the question. I like to flip flip the formula on you.
Flip it. I love answering questions.
So here's the thing. What's the story of the 99 stock battle? Because as far as I'm aware from the grapevine, I've always heard that it's actually a Pittsburgh classic to do this kind of format.
No, you know what? Just something. So the original one with Mewtwo King, we just kind of did. He was at my house, and it was back in the Mewtwo King era where he just showed up to your house, and you had to take care of him. Even though, like, yeah, me and my roommates like worked, and he was just at our house, and like he lived there until we shoved him on a bus to the next tournament. But he was at our house, and you know, it was, I don't know, the idea came randomly, but it's also something that hasn't been done. You know what I mean? It's a good,
it's a good
like
format.
it stood the test of time. Like that VOD gets a lot of views, like the original one with Mewtwo King, just because it's like, you know, I think people like watching me.
It's
people
content
like,
that will never age.
Right, exactly. And like, it's an interesting, yeah, no one does this. So now that I live in the era where I can do this against a lot of people, damn, that's cool. It's interesting.
To a consumable format. It's all about the quickness and effectiveness of your content.
Oh, and that leads me to another thing that I have noticed over the last it's been this year. It hasn't really been a thing before, but like the Twitter clips. You log on to Twitter, you see some sick combos because people just upload them there, and that's where they're putting them.
Yeah,
For a
YouTube.
quick like 1,000 likes, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't know. This might sound like whatever, but like I think I was one of the first people to like start. Damn. Putting like some good clips on Twitter and like seeing like and people just people took off at it. And there are people that I love that do that all the time. Connor the Kid, I watch his shit all the time. He's always doing some crazy shit. But now that it's such a thing, I've kind of find myself not wanting to do it. Not because I'm against it or whatever, but I also I love keeping all the good stuff and then releasing it all at once. Like the combo videos is like my bread and butter. Like
it's a staple. It's a lost art.
It is, yeah. Maybe afterward, like after my next project, I'll go back and like be the Twitter clip guy.
So
100, that fucking what am I doing? That's a classic.
my controller trade into the retaliation.
My controller just started letting me after like 3 years of not like letting me PC drop, which is so weird. Usually like you never you lose things, you never get it back. But now my controller is like, all right, I guess you've earned this. But the future of
all right,
there's something brewing. I don't like it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm out of here.
Fuck it. You know what? Me too. I'll drop the bad omen of this stock.
We were both fishing for some high percentage.
Fuck.
Ooh, grab the shit out of me right there.
Okay.
Am I dying off the top to an up throw? You're better than that.
Nah, maybe 300. Maybe. 300 may even be too low. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot my first lasers of the match.
Ooh, tech chase? No.
Fuck.
No way.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, that was DI.
278.
That was DI right. Definitely the best way to end one of these that we've done.
Alrighty.
All right.
John Hancock.
So,